Hey everyone, welcome. This is Ruth L. Snyder from Get Clients, Build Community. Today I want to talk to you about 5 steps to picking book categories. This may not be something that you are familiar with if you haven't self-published before, but it is something that will make a big difference for you. Get Clients, Build Community is on a mission. Our mission is to bring inspiration and innovation to authors, coaches, and entrepreneurs around the world. Get Clients, Build Community would like to introduce some of our services. We offer coaching packages, individual coaching or group coaching to help you get from dream to done. We also offer courses from book idea to first draft in 30 days. 5-day challenge and program. Turn Twitter into your lead generation machine using Twitter Spaces. Professional book formatting, providing you with publisher-ready files. Personalized marketing plan, a powerful plan to get clients and build community that suits your personality. We strive for excellence in everything we do, and it shows. If you're looking to write, publish, and/or profit from your books, we can help. Thanks for joining me today. As I mentioned, today I want to talk about 5 steps to picking appropriate book categories. You'll notice that I put the word appropriate in there, and one of the reasons I did is because some people choose categories that their book actually doesn't fit into because it's less competitive and their book is able to get higher in that category. The only problem with doing that is you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot, because if your book doesn't fit the category, it won't take readers very long to figure out that that category is not accurate, and you won't get as many sales if you choose to do that. So tip number 1 is choose categories that are the best fit for your book. Obviously, if you're writing romance, you're not going to put it into a thriller category or a nonfiction category. If you're writing a nonfiction book, you're not going to put it into a fiction category. Those things are obvious. There are some categories that are not as obvious. However, I would urge you to spend a lot of time researching categories because it can make a big difference for your book. And if you are choosing categories that don't make sense for your book, you will lose out on sales that way. Tip number 2, go down as many levels as possible. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you go onto Amazon, and before we continue any further, I forgot to mention at the beginning of this session to remind you to go on the incognito browser on your browser so that you're not influencing what shows up on your browser by what you're searching for in your book categories. You want to get the search results that somebody coming into Amazon that doesn't know about your book would find if they typed in what you are going to put in when you search for your categories. So use the incognito browser. And what do I mean by going down as many levels as possible? If you go to the Kindle books, you will notice that for instance, a general category might be business and money under nonfiction books. And then under that, there will be another category that says marketing and sales. And then under marketing and sales, there's a whole list of things, and advertising comes up. And then under advertising, there's another list of categories, and you can choose writing skills. So you have to be careful. Nonfiction books can be a lot more tricky to find categories for, especially lately. It seems like Amazon is changing things around to keep us on our toes. But do your research, go down as many levels as possible, as long as it's not too competitive. So tip number 3 is you want to choose, Amazon's going to automatically give you 2 choices for categories. And one of those categories should be somewhere where the Amazon bestseller rank is not as competitive. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you look at a category and then go to the books that are the best sellers in that category, and for instance, go to number 50 on the list, and then click there and see what the rank is. So the rank gives you an idea of how many copies are being sold, and you're looking for a rank between 20,000 to 100,000. Those are not, so the higher the number, the less competitive the sales. The lower the number, the more competition you will face. So for one category, you should pick one closer to 100,000. For your other category, you want to pick something that is around 20,000. It's quite difficult when you first launch your book to get into categories that are lower than 20,000. So that's why I'm suggesting the 20,000 as a starting point for you. So we talked about choosing categories that are a best fit, going down as many levels as possible, choosing one category where the Amazon bestseller rank is least competitive. And then once your book goes live, tip number 4, you need to email Amazon, because like I mentioned before, they will automatically give you 2 categories for your book. But did you know that up to 10 categories are available? So when you're researching categories, make a list of 10 and then choose the 2 that you think your book will do best in, and then save the other 8 and send an email to Amazon and ask them to add your book to those categories. Now you can check after your book goes live to see if Amazon put them in any extra categories for you. Sometimes they will do that, especially if it looks like your book is going to be a good seller. Amazon loves to make money, and they will help authors that are helping them make money. So if your book starts doing well, Amazon will continue to push it up the ranks and help you with your sales. Tip number 5, check your categories. So once you have published your book, it's not a set it and forget it deal. And that's a mistake that many authors, including myself, make when they're first starting out. My Twitter books I put up there and I didn't check the categories for years. So I probably missed out because I could have improved the sales. So go back, check the categories, see where your book is ranking on them, and then you can decide whether you want to try another category. If you've researched categories again to see where it would make sense to put your book, you may want to try adjusting some of the categories, especially if you're seeing your book in categories where, like I said, you want to aim for that 20 to 100,000 in the sales rank. So if your book is in a category where it's like 1 million or 500,000 or something, try a different category. I hope you have found these tips helpful. Categories are one of the most important things that you will research when you are publishing your book. So don't skim over it. Don't just pick something and go with the first thing you see. Choose time to work on this, do your homework, research it carefully, put those categories up, and then go back after a month and see how your book is doing in the categories and make those changes that you need to make. If you have other questions about writing, publishing, and marketing your book, let me know, and I will tackle them in a future episode of this show. Thank you, and I hope that you have a great day. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that you found the content helpful. And if you want to think about next steps in your journey, I would like you to join me in a free coaching call We can meet for 30 minutes and discuss what you found helpful and where you are feeling stuck. I help entrepreneurs write, publish, and profit from their books. And so, if you are in any stage of that journey, whether you're just thinking about a book, or you are in the middle of writing a book, or you are publishing a book, or working on marketing your book, I would love to join you. You'll find the link below. I look forward to talking with you.